Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Fandom Fights for another great match. It's the end of the Summer Series tournament, and wait, no, Nick, it's not the Summer Tournament. Like, we did that already, and now we're doing that thing again because Brittany's playing.
Tim, it's October.
Get the Fandom Fights! Brittany is playing Joe. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, that's what's happening. Brittany won that triple threat. She cashed in her number one contender match that she won at the beginning of the year from the that thing we did, and now she's cashed it in. Played Scully and Robert, won that match, and is now here to play Joe. And then Joe, obviously, been the champion all season? Yeah, all season, pretty much, right?
Since the first title match,
yeah, since he won that thing. So he's been holding on snug to that belt. And the last time these two played, it was a cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs time, and now we're back for round number 2. How are you feeling, Nick?
I'm excited, Tim. This is like if Avengers Infinity War came out, and then like 2 months later, they were like, "Hey, by the way, here's Endgame." I'm excited because the last match was arguably one of the best matches of all time. And these two have had such a friendly rivalry going on. They've played each other for the title in teams. Brittany won her MVP spot in the last one standing because she beat Joe by 1 round in last one standing. So then she used it right away. In that triple threat, beat 2 top competitors in Thomas Scully and Robert Kastner to be the first person to challenge for the belt back to back. And I don't think anyone deserves it more than Brittany, but she's going to have to earn it. As anyone who plays Joe would have to do.
Yeah, let's get into it right now. I'm very excited. Let's talk to the players in the promos.
Brittany, welcome back. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for being here again for my moral support. As you know, came this close to winning last time. Hopefully today we'll have a different outcome. I feel like I'm a better player, but I know Joe is too. So I have a feeling this match is going to be eerily similar to our last. But nonetheless, either way, Video Store keeps the belt. And I know either way, the loser is going to support the winner in ensuring the belt stays full year in the Video Store. So let's get this roller coaster ride going and fire shit.
David, I think it's no secret that the last time I played Brittany, that she was the better player. And if it hadn't been for the value of points, I wouldn't be here. That being said, you're here for moral support, and I know actually Brittany and Tyler are also here for my moral support, but it's just like Brittany knows that me and David are still here to support because that's sort of what we have as a group.
Yep.
But it would be nice to win every single title match I played in this year. It would have been every team as one. We just had that one slip up, but I played 10 rounds in 2 days. What are you going to do? Brittany, good luck, but this time I'm out to show that I deserve to have this belt and that when I win if I do win this match, that I deserved it. I don't want it to be on a fluke.
Okay, you deserve to have this belt anyway.
But indeed, up until that last match, I think.
Shut up. Buy our shit.
All right, Nick, what'd you think of the promos?
Tim, why don't you recap them both for me right now?
So here's what happened. Brittany and Tyler said some nice stuff. And then Joe and David said some nice stuff, but Joe and David said it with a British and a Spanish accent.
You weren't here for the promos.
Okay, so let's get into it with round number 1. Nick, how's it going to work?
Round number 1 is going to work like this. You're going to have 10 questions, and they're all Fandom Fights. Each player will have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we'll say pens down, at which point you will reveal your answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece. Should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number 1, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entire... 4 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of this 5-round title match. Players, any questions as we get into round number 1?
Nope, just good luck, Brittany.
Good luck, Joe.
All righty, your first question comes in the category of Marvel. When Ray Kerrigan gains powers in Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, what happens to things he touches?
Have you seen a Marvel film?
Nope, not a once.
I fucking knew it. I knew it. Ugh.
The entire singles career, all off of Wikipedia.
Have you even seen a Fandom film?
No, all off of Wikipedia articles.
God, Jesus,
I saw a Marvel film partially sitting next to Keanu Reeves on a plane.
Dude.
That's so much cooler.
Hands down. Let's go to Brittany.
So they just K.
We will go to Joe.
Decay.
That is correct. All right, your next question is in the category of Jimmy B. What is the full name of the henchwoman who kills people by crushing them with her legs in GoldenEye? Have you ever tried to do this?
Yep.
I knew it. You've never seen a Fandom film and you try to crush people with your legs.
Yep.
5, 4.
Wait till you see what you learn about me on the next question.
Hands down. Let's go to Joe.
Zinnia on the top in brackets thinks Zagavnia is the middle name, which is revealed at some point.
I don't fucking know. Brittany.
I think I have the spelling right. Xenia on top. On the top.
Yep, we can accept
Okay.
both of
I knew it
those.
was a pun.
It's their full name, so
That's fair. Okay.
All right, what's next, Nick?
Your third question comes in the category of it's Tim's favorite. It's Middle Earth. Why does Éomer tell Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli they left Rohan when he and the Rohirrim first meet them in the Two Towers?
The Middle Earths.
For the Top Earths? What?
That was a good one.
Just once, I wish you would take me seriously and engage in conversation, Tim.
I'm sorry. 5, 4, 3,
You're like a bottom Earth.
1. That's not a what?
What? No,
Let's go to Brittany
Said Éomer got banished.
and Joe.
they were banished for being loyal.
Yeah, we can accept both of those answers. So it is 3-3 as we get into your next question in the category of Planet of the Apes. Who plays Dana, Leo Davidson's human love interest in 2001's Planet of the Apes?
What were you doing in 2001?
2001, I was in how would you know? You didn't know me in 2001. Oh, we were in kindergarten then?
5,
Can't be real.
4,
Thank you, Nick.
3,
No,
2,
you're lying.
1. Pens down. Go ahead, Tim.
Let's go to Joe.
I know it, but I blanked.
Okay, and Brittany.
Estella Warren.
Estella Warren is correct. So Brittany will take the first lead of the match, making it 4-3. What's next?
Your next question comes in the category of Fandom Quotes. Which Star Trek film features the quote, "It knows only that it needs, Commander, but like so many of us, it does not know what"?
You gotta love it when you're trying to host a very important Fandom Fights match and something pops up on your phone. 5.
Do I have to love that?
2. No, I actually hate it. 1. Pens down. Let's go to Brittany
I think it's tie game. I said the motion picture.
and Joe.
I also said Star Trek the Motion Picture.
Motion picture is
Oh.
correct.
Brittany and Jack Pinchuk pissed me off this season.
Yeah. All right. Your next question is going to come in the category of horror icons. What are the first names of both of Nancy's parents in the original A Nightmare on Elm Street? Whew, I got a little tongue-tied on that one, Nick.
You okay?
No,
What are you going to do about it?
I don't know. What's
You
wrong,
seen it?
Maggie? Oh, that's bad. 5,
Ooh,
4,
Packers not doing so hot.
2, 1. Pens down. Actually, both teams are playing very well. Let's go to Joe
Yeah, I'm not sure. I said Sam and Stella.
and Brittany.
I said Donald and Marge.
Donald and Marge is correct. So it is 6-4. Nick, what is the next question?
Your next question comes in the category of DC. What government position does Gil Colson hold in The Batman?
We were talking about it off screen, but there have been some storms in the world lately. Brittany was had a hurricane or something going through hurricanes in Florida here. I have a severe thunderstorm, but I think my dog thinks that's basically the same thing as a hurricane. So he's freaking out. 5, 4, 3, 2.
It'll be okay.
Pens down. It'll be okay. Let's go to Brittany
District Attorney.
and Joe.
District Attorney.
District Attorney is correct. So 7-5 as we get into your next question in the category of Worlds of DC. In Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, what does Batman tell Mercy Graves he is doing in the control room when he steals some of Lex Luthor's data at his house?
You ever been in a house?
A couple times.
Okay. Do you have a question?
You had something and you rerouted on that one, I think.
Do you have a question for me, perhaps?
Ahoy!
Ahoy.
You can just say ahoy. Ahoy. 5.
Ahoy.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Joe
Looking for the bathroom.
and Brittany.
Looking for the bathroom.
That is correct. All right, Nick, what is next?
Your penultimate question comes in the category of Disney live action. And the question is, who plays New York World publisher Joseph Pulitzer in Newsies?
This is that one where they dance a lot, I think.
No, it's the one that was recorded by a camera and shown on a screen to audiences around, like, everywhere.
I have thoughts. 5,
How many?
3,
Are
1.
they getting smaller as you go?
1. Pens down. Let's go to Brittany
I blanked. I just said Andy Garcia.
and Joe.
Robert Duvall.
That's
Robert Duvall is correct. So it is 8-7 now in favor of Brittany as we get into the final question, which is going to be in the category of Star Wars. Which Star Wars film features a character eating another character's dinner without asking? Have you had dinner yet?
It did.
I have not.
Sorry.
Maggie wants to know if I want potatoes. I don't think so. I think I'm good.
What? Why not?
I'm doing this. 3,
Yeah, but like
2,
a good
1. Pens down. I ate taco dip on screen that one time and it didn't end well. Let's go to Joe
The Empire Strikes Back.
and Brittany.
Yeah, it took a second, but The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, Empire Strikes Back is correct. So no perfect rounds today, but at the end of round number 1, we have the score 9-8 in favor of Brittany. Is that what you have, Joe? Or,
That's what I have, actually. That is what I have.
Joe, do you have that? Brittany, you got that? Tyler,
I also have that.
We're all good. We're on the same page. Great. All right, Nick, how's round number 2 going to work?
Round number 2 is going to work like this. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 10 fandom categories on it. No spinners or opponent's choice per request of the champion. Each player will get a spin at the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they could choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you'd like to check down to multiple choice, in which case it will only be worth 1. And be on the lookout. Stealing is available in round number 2. Tim, what's on the wheel today?
On the lovely round 2 wheel today, the following categories are available: the MCU, Middle Earth, Disney Animation, Marvel, Star Wars, Horror Icons, James Bond, DreamWorks Animation, Pixar, and YA. Brittany, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to Joe?
I think I want to go first, Tyler.
Yeah, no, I think that's good.
Okay, then this will be the spin for you, Brittany. Lands on MCU.
I think I should keep that.
Yeah, I think it's a good
Yeah.
one for you.
Okay, I'll keep it.
Yep. All right. So, Nick, would you go ahead and read Brittany questions in the category of the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Gladly. Brittany, are you prepared for your questions in the category of the MCU?
Yep.
Your first question. What was the last MCU film to feature a Quinjet?
Black Widow.
That's correct. 2 points. Your second question. Who plays Warriors 3-member Fandral in the original Thor?
Josh Dallas.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. In Eternals, what does Phastos name his idea for combining the powers of all the Eternals at once, which will give Cersei enough power to defeat the Celestial?
The Unimind.
That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question. In The Incredible Hulk, Bruce transforms into the Hulk to fight the fully powered Abomination by doing what specifically?
I'm worried about the transportation device, so give me multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, getting hit by a bus, B, jumping out of a helicopter, C, injecting himself with his gamma irradiated blood, or D, crashing his car?
B as in boy.
That is correct for 1 point. And your final question, Brittany. In Captain America: The Winter Soldier, what drink does Alexander Pierce offer to the Winter Soldier when he sneaks into his home at night?
Milk.
That is correct for 2 more points and a sweep of the MCU.
All right, so I have Brittany getting her total up to 18. Is that what you have, Nick?
What I have, Tim?
Okay, so we'll bring back the wheel and David for Joe's spin. And it lands on Marvel. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
This is a tough
What do
one
you
because
think?
it's geek.
We have been good on it.
Yeah, we've worked together. We've been good on it.
How
A
did
lot
you
of
do?
movies, a lot of deep stuff. And I know there's one thing.
How did you do in your mind in the Marvel round in the last title match?
Not badly, but it's a risk, isn't it?
It is, but we can take it if you want. There is like 2 things on that wheel that could screw you, but
Yeah. You know what? I've been champion for a year. You only live once. Let's spin again.
right.
Spinning again?
Yeah.
Okay. It lands on Middle Earth.
Cool.
Remember, don't be afraid to use your multiple choices,
I know.
okay?
Don't be hasty.
All
That
right.
was perfectly timed. I love it.
What's going on? What are you? All right. Maggie's getting real excited back there. All right, guys. Joe, your questions in Middle Earth. Are you ready?
I think so.
Okay. Your first question is as follows. What was the last Middle Earth film to feature the prancing pony?
The Desolation of Smaug.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question. At Bag End in An Unexpected Journey, Thorin says Smaug has not been seen for how many years?
$60 years.
That is correct for 2 points. Actor Ryan Gage appears in how many Middle Earth films?
2.
That is correct for 2 more points. Your penultimate question. How does Boromir die in 1978's The Lord of the Rings?
Shot by arrows,
That is correct for 2 more points.
but considerably more than in Fellowship.
And your final question. What is the name of the army that enters the battle on Oliphants in The Return of the King?
You know what? Let's go to multiple choice, I think.
All right, your options are A, the Southseers, B, the Camaraderies, C, the Haradrim, or D, the Dimholtans.
Oh, I was going to say Harad Dim. That was good. It's the Harad Rim.
That is correct for 1 point. So at the end of round number 2, Nick, I believe we are exactly where we were before. A 1-point game, 18-17. Is that what you have?
What I have.
All right, Nick, we're going to move on to the filmography round. How's that going to work?
Filmography round.
Wow.
Can't even say it correctly. The filmography round is going to work like this. Each player is going to get 3 more questions at 1, 2, and 3-point value. Point with 2 clues pointing to an actor or actress in the realm of fandom fights. If they get the question correct, it will be worth that point value. If they get it incorrect, they will get nothing. Players, any questions as we get into round number 3?
Nope.
Okay.
It was one of the better times I did that. Anyway.
Yeah. Brittany, you're in the lead. Would you like set 1 or set 2?
Take set 2.
Okay. So, Nick, do you want to go ahead and start Joe off with his questions in set 1?
Gladly, Joe. Your 1-point question in round number 3 for set 1. Who plays a DC masked detective and a horror icon?
Jackie Earl Haley.
That is correct for 1 point. A tie game. Your 2-point question, Joe. Who plays a Star Trek parent and an Alien vs. Predator android?
Winona Ryder.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question, Joe. Who plays a Bond girl and a Marvel maid?
Gemma Arterton.
That is correct. Pronounced differently than I thought, but phonetically correct. That is correct for 3 points, Joe.
All right, so Joe gets his total up to 23. We are going to move over to Brittany for her questions. Brittany, are you ready for your questions?
How many points does Brittany have?
She has 23. Keep it down, Joe. Or you have 23. She has 18.
Cool.
I'm aware of what could happen here. All right, so Brittany, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, your 1-point question. Who voices a Star Wars villain and a Disney animated lion?
Yeah, James Earl Jones.
And we have a 23-19, people. 23-19! We have a 23-19! All right, so that is correct. So Brittany gets her total up to 19. We're going to move on to her 2-point question. Who plays a captured IMF agent and a Planet of the Apes human survivor?
Kerry Russell.
That is correct for 2 more points. And your 3-point question, Brittany. Who plays a Worlds of DC government employee and a Pixar police officer?
Ali Wong.
And that is correct for the clean sweep of filmography. So Brittany now brings her total up to 24 to Joe's 23. It's still a 1-point game as we get to round number 4, the deep cut round. Nick, how is that going to work?
Round number 4 is the deep cut round. We have a wheel with 8 slices on it, each representing a film from a different category of fandom fights drafted by each of our players you see before you. We will spin the wheel 5 times to get 5 different questions or 5 questions from the same movie. Last time they were different, but this time, who the hell knows? Each question will be worth 2 points apiece, and that is how the deep cut round will work. Players, any questions as we get in round number 4?
No.
All right. The movies on the wheel today are Skyfall, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, Guardians of the Galaxy, Toy Story 2, Aquaman, A History of Violence, Spider-Man, and Shrek 2. So if there are no questions, we will get the first spin of the deep cut round going. And your first question is going to come from Spider-Man. So your question, lady and gentlemen, in the category of Spider-Man is: MJ says Peter had been chasing the bus since where?
The what, Tim?
The bus.
Oh, okay. I wasn't quite sure what you said there.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to speak. There's also a fly on my table, and I think he's taunting me. I know. That's why I'm saying he's taunting me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Joe.
Woodhaven Boulevard.
And Brittany.
Woodhaven Boulevard.
Woodhaven Boulevard is correct. All right, so we'll bring back the spin of the wheel. Your next movie will be
God damn. It didn't happen.
Thanks to Jeff.
Well, there goes that hope.
All right. And I believe the prime spin was Spider-Man too. So this wheel is Spider-Man.
Like,
All right, Nick, go ahead.
Your second question in the deep cut round. In what grade did MJ play Cinderella?
What's up, Maggie?
What is up, Maggie?
Maggie's looking for a rainbow because the storm has passed.
For a rainbow. Oh, that's cool.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Brittany, we're going to start with you.
first.
And Joe.
First.
First grade is correct. This is a slugfest. All right, let's bring back the wheel for the next spin. And it lands on Shrek 2. Your question in Shrek 2. The king tells Shrek to meet him at 7:30 where for a hunt? Remember when Coho used to call himself the king? Maggie just said LOL. I don't know if he still does that like religiously like he did before. Maybe he does. Maybe I don't know my phone.
I think he does it like by himself. Like when I'm like
3, 2, 1. Pens down, Joe.
The Old Oak.
And Brittany.
By the Old Oak.
The Old Oak is correct. So just to recap, Brittany is up to 30, Joe at 29. So let's bring back the wheel for the fourth spin. Lands on Skyfall.
all right. Your question in Skyfall. Silva says he survived his cyanide capsule so that he could do what specifically one last time? Is everything okay?
It's not me.
Oh, okay.
This movie's good.
This is a good movie.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's look at Brittany's answer.
I just said see mother again. I don't know.
And Joe.
Look into Ed's eyes.
Look into M's eyes is correct. So with that, Joe takes his first lead of the game, making it 31-30 as we get into the next spin. Last spin of this round. Is everything okay?
Yeah, there's fireworks going on, and I don't know.
Gotcha. Okay. Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring is
Okay.
the final movie. So your question in The Fellowship of the Ring. What is the name of the impassable labyrinth of razor-sharp rocks that Gimli speaks of? I think I wrote this question like a year ago.
I think I wrote it about 3.
I have thoughts.
1. Pens down. Joe.
Emmanuel.
And Brittany.
Emin Wheel.
Both are correct. So it is 33-32. We've seen Joe take the lead now, Nick, in this round for the first time, but it's still a 1-point game as we get into the final round of the match. How is that going to work, Nick?
Round number 5. It's going to work like this. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions in the realm of fandom fights. Once the players hear the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions? We get into round number 5.
Nope.
Nope.
All right. So I believe you both have all 4 repeats and challenges still. And the first category that you can bet points on is going to be YA. All right, let's get bets starting with Joe.
2.
And Brittany.
2.
Okay, your question in the category of YA. In Twilight New Moon, what dangerous thing does Bella do while out with Jessica to try and get Edward's attention? This movie is booty, and it's making Maggie laugh.
Just the mere thought of it.
Just the mere thought of it. She went.
Cool.
I think Brittany's in some sort of like FBI training
I
exercise.
know.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Joe.
My thumb just rubbed out the end of it. Gets on a motorcycle with a stranger.
And Brittany.
I said ride on the back of a motorbike.
We can accept both of those answers. So 35 to 34 as we get into the next category, which is what, Nick?
It's the category of the MCU.
Let's get bets starting with Brittany.
Yep, 2.
And Joe.
2.
All right, Nick, what's the question?
Question is, which MCU film features a heist begun by poisoning someone's drink?
Fireworks. I didn't hear the.
Technical repeat. Which MCU film features a heist begun by poisoning someone's drink?
Oh,
What are you doing?
What is she doing?
She's trying to condone murder with my son. 5, 4, 3,
take a
2.
repeat, please.
All right, there's Brittany's first repeat. The question again. Which MCU film features a heist begun by poisoning someone's drink? It's funny because there's fireworks in real life, but this match is also fireworks.
That's true. 5, 4, 3, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Brittany.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
And Joe.
Ant-Man.
Both are incorrect. We were looking for Black Panther. Black Panther.
Yes.
Oh, right.
So with that, we have Joe.
Oh, he knocks him out. He doesn't poison him. Sorry.
Yeah.
We still have Joe in the lead with 33, but both lost the points, so it's 33 to 32. Still a 1-point game as we get into the next category, which is going to be the category of Star Wars. Let's get that starting with Joe.
2.
And Brittany.
2.
Okay, your question in the category of Star Wars. Who plays Governor Theo Bibble, the Queen's contact on Naboo, while it was being held hostage in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace?
I mean, you could stop it. We're writing it a long time ago. You're good.
I do this thing where I am clicking back and forth between the StreamYard and the doc sometimes to see when I say in this movie and see if people go or what. And then I read the first part and I saw them both go. I was like, okay, great. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Joe.
Oliver Ford Davies. Davies.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And
okay. Oh, yeah, Oliver Ford Davies.
Oliver Ford Davies is correct. So, yeah, we all had the same okay. 35 to 34. Once again, Nick, 2 questions remaining. What's the next category?
Next category is Planet of the Apes.
All right, let's get back starting with Brittany.
2.
And Joe.
2.
Okay, Nick, what's the question?
Question is, what is the full name of the man who kills Zira in Escape from the Planet of the Apes?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Brittany.
Said Otto Haslund.
And Joe.
Also Haslam.
That is correct. So 37 to 36. Going into the final category, final question. And the category is DreamWorks Animation. Let's get back starting with Joe.
I mean, 2.
And Brittany.
Good luck, Joe. 2.
All right. So here's the situation. If both hit or both miss, Joe will be the winner. If Brittany can hit while Joe misses, then Brittany will be the winner. And the question is, how specifically does Lenny's brother Frankie die in Shark Tale? Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question, please.
All right, that is Joe's first repeat, if I'm not mistaken. The question again. How specifically does Lenny's brother Frankie die in Shark Tale? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Joe.
An anchor lands on his head.
And Brittany.
Good job, Joe. Crushed by an anchor.
And your winner, and still Family Fights champion, Joe Farrelly. Crushed by an anchor, hit with an anchor is the correct answer. So, wow. Nick, wow.
It happened again, Tim. that was exhausting for me, and I wasn't even playing in it.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts as we go into the post-match interviews?
Freaking wild, man. Like, it lived up to the hype of the previous one, which not a lot of people thought was possible. It's just insane. And the fact that Joe did it again shows how dominant of a champion he is.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get into post-match interviews, starting with Brittany.
Oh, Brittany, listen, this one's got to feel a little bit better than the last one because there's nothing really else you could have done at the end there to do anything. Joe, all the pressure was on Joe. But the fact that you did it again, where I think I'm doing the stats like in my head as we do this now, I think, again, you both missed 3 questions each total. Wow. What the heck? It's insane. You guys are insanely good at this. Brittany, this does unfortunately end your singles run this year. But what are some of your thoughts about playing Joe not once but twice and also having a pretty dominant year?
Yeah, I feel good overall. My biggest regret is just not, and then overall is just not using repeats earlier. I said that to Tyler before the match, like, gotta use those repeats early, and I should have used one on that Skyfall question because as you could see, I was like in the area, and had I just done that, then you'd be talking to me second. But I'm still really proud of myself. Like you said, I at least end it with the right answer this time. I think overall I feel better about how I played, and like I just feel like I had a really good year all in all. I think I'm the only person that can say that they've only lost to Joe. So that's pretty good. Like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you've literally only lost to the champion in title matches.
But that's how this year's got. There's only one better way it could have ended. So I'll take this, and hopefully I'll get my revenge next year.
True. Yeah, we look forward to that because if this year showed anything, that's some scary revenge. But Brittany, you're not done. In Fandom in general, you and Tyler will be coming back in the teams tournament, which is starting next week as the number 1 seed. So that's exciting. Are you excited about that?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, just thinking you are 2-time.
Sorry. Oh, Tyler. Yeah.
Are you
oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, there was the noise. Like I didn't hear the last one.
Yeah,
I'm just here.
No, we're excited. Hopefully, we'll end it differently this time. And I'm looking forward to playing with Tyler again.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to it as well. Congratulations on a great match today, Brittany. And we'll see you next time. For sure, as we bring in our winner today, it's still champion. Oh, clearly. No, last time when you played Brittany, I specifically remember in your post-match, you said something along the lines of like, "Oh, I don't want to do that again. Am I going to have to do that again?" And I said, if I were a betting man, I would say yes.
Did you bet on it?
Should have, but apparently it happened. I had a little inside knowledge that probably wouldn't have allowed me to do that. But
Yeah.
given that you just did it again in pretty much the same fashion, like neck and neck the whole way,
Yeah.
only 3 questions, absolutely insane. All the pressure was on you this time to keep the lead that you had in round number 5, which is in many ways, is a lot harder of a place to play from. But the fact that you have defended this long into this year and now beaten Brittani, who a lot of people are calling one of the best there is right now, twice,
Correctly so.
kind of shows how dominant you've been as champion. So how are you feeling about the win? And did you expect it to? How did you expect today to go?
So, little peek behind the curtain. Something happened in my country quite big very recently, which caused a lot of my days off to get cancelled because of what I do for a living. That cut out 4 days of study time that I was supposed to have off, which was a big ask, I think. I still managed to get the deep cuts done, it was close. But look, I think it's fair to say, look, in the last 2 matches, Brittani and I have had the same accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
It tells you everything you need to know about the kind of player she is, and that anyone who goes up against her is, look, this is Jovi Brittani 2. There's going to be a lot more.
Yeah,
I think we can guarantee that. But it was a different match, because the last match I was ahead out of round 1, and this time she was ahead out of round 1, and I took that risk of spinning away from a geek category to get a better geek category. She made me fight, really made me fight. Just having to do that in Middle Earth, and then that round 2, that Ant-Man, the heist question could have bitten me, but thankfully it bits both, and it came down to the wire once again. It shows what a player Brittani is, but this is a big weight. I think before a match, I don't know with it, you had it, Nick, when you were the champion, but you go through this period before a match where you think, no, this is going to be the one where I get found out.
Yeah.
And it's about overcoming that. Before you come in, I found a way to do that, just to clear my mind of everything before I come into a match. And that was the key here. I was very nervous because I train and study with Brittani, and she terrifies me, and she should.
Fair. David, thoughts on Joe's performance?
I had you muted because your background noise was loud, but you're good now. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I have background noise?
Static. Go ahead. Talk.
Sorry. I mean, Joe's performance and Brittany's performance today was what I was expecting about the 2 best players that are doing it like right now. It's just something that I can, and I'm so proud of them both. And Joe, I'm so proud of you, especially in that apes question. I saw your face.
That's the annoying thing. Estella Warren on my flashcards is the one I always miss every single time. I've seen it enough times, but I just miss it. It's just one of those things that doesn't stick, and potentially that was almost what could have been the difference.
Yeah,
for almost the whole match.
When it's you and Brittani, inches or miles, and it's crazy.
Yeah, I meant that you decided to bet you on the 5 round, and you got it because I know. Yeah, so they played great. I mean, what else can I say?
Well, Joe, you've got at least one more defense this year in the purview. There a couple people be in it. Some names you remember. David's in that one. You got your Scullys, you got your Alberts, you got your Jake Meltzers, you got your Jack Pinchucks, your Tyler Birches, and 2 other people who I'm Alex Martinez and one other person. Come on, Tim.
I wasn't keeping track of who you said. I don't remember.
It was I. And one other person in there. I apologize if I forgot who you are. But, Joe, that's your competition. You're going to have at least one more this year. Thoughts on your defense? If you do it, that's
Javi Madden.
And Javi Madden, yes. He played David. Spoiler alert, David and Javi are going to play. It's going to be fun. But you're going to have one more before the year. If you do it, that's a year. That's a big accomplishment.
That would be the icing on the cherry on top of the icing on top of the cake, I think. And I think what would make it better is if David could be there.
I mean, I will be there. The question is if I will be playing or
No, you know what I meant.
Oh man.
Fair. Well, Joe, congratulations on your 4th title defense now. Huge. Tim was just as good as the last time.
Yeah.
For myself.
Yeah,
Wrapped
absolutely nuts. I'm like kind of speechless. Like it's just one of those things of like is so close, and these matches have been so good. And they put up another one. I forget who just said it. I think it was David said that the 2 best people playing right now. It's hard to disagree with that. It's pretty intense. So although Brittany's done in singles right now, I'm excited to see her return in teams, and Wookiee Mistake is going to be back in teams too. So that's crazy as well. Like that, Jesus. And then but I'm excited to see Brittany come back in singles. I want to see what she's going to do next year, because Brittany seems like the person that's sitting there like, I'll come back next year and it's going to be fun, but secretly is like, yeah, like it is just going to come back. Like I'm so excited, but I'm excited to see if Joe can get through the year. That's just crazy. And we'll see what happens at the end of the year with that. So thank you to everybody for watching. I believe this is once again, they beat their record again, the shortest Fandom Fights title match ever. So thank you to Joe and Brittany and David and Tyler, Nick for writing this one. I've been Tim. We'll see you next time.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye.
And again, that's the hero gig. Part of the journey is the end.
Goodbye, old friend.
Kitty has to go.